this is what he wants us to do. Isaiah 54. Sing, O barren one, who did not bear. Break forth into singing and cry aloud, you who have not been in labor spiritually. For the children of the desolate one will be more than the children of her who is married, says the Lord. Enlarge the place of your tent, and let the curtains of your habitations be stretched out. Do not hold back. Lengthen your cords and strengthen your stakes. God is setting us up for something.
Yes,
Y'all are listening to the word. For you will be spread abroad to the right and to the left. And your offspring will possess the nations and will people the desolate cities. For fear not, for you will not be ashamed. Get it? You will not be ashamed. Be not confounded, for you will not be disgraced. For you will forget the shame of your youth and the reproach of your widowhood. You will remember no more. For your Maker is your husband. The Lord of hosts is his name. And the Holy One of Israel is your Redeemer. The God of the whole earth he is called. For the Lord has called you like a wife deserted and grieved in spirit. Like a wife of youth when she is cast off, says your God. For a brief moment I deserted you, but with great compassion I will gather you. In overflowing anger for a moment I hid my face from you, but with everlasting love I will have compassion on you, says the Lord your Redeemer. This is like the days of Noah to me, as I swore that the waters of Noah should no more go over the earth. So I have sworn that I will not be angry with you and will not rebuke you. For the mountains may depart and the hills may be removed, but my steadfast love shall not depart from you. And my covenant of peace shall not be removed, says the Lord, who has compassion on you. O afflicted one, storm-tossed and not comforted, behold, I will set your stones in antimony and lay your foundations with sapphires. I will make your pinnacles of a gate, your gates of carbuncles, and your wall of precious stones. All your children shall be taught by the Lord, and great shall be the peace of your children. God is talking to you now. In righteousness you shall be established. You shall be far from oppression, for you shall not fear, and from terror it shall not come near you. If anyone stirs up strife, it's not from me. Whoever stirs up strife with you shall fall because of you. Behold, I have created the smith who blows the fire coals and produces a weapon for its purpose. I have also created the ravager to destroy. No weapon that is fashioned against you shall succeed, and you shall refute every tongue that rises against you in judgment. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their vindication from me, declares the Lord. Amen. For the word of God. Come on, first of all, just tell God thank you for his word, for his word. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you that we have a promise. The enemy has a plan, but you have a promise. You know, the enemy has sought to destroy, but you have a promise. The enemy has plagued your life, perhaps with disappointment and grief, but you have a promise. The enemy has thrown stones and placed mountains in your way and tried to put you in fires, but you have a promise. The enemy tried to take things that you were born into and experienced and tried to plague your whole life with destruction, but you have a promise. The enemy is mad Oh, thanks be to God that you have a promise. Thanks be to God that he said that I'll never leave you again. Come on, this is Old Testament before Jesus. And even then, he told him for a moment, it felt like I was away from you. It felt like I had abandoned you. He says, but never again will you experience that because I've made a covenant with you. Thanks be to God that we are a people that have a covenant with God. We are not a people do too much of. But God, I thank you because you give me a promise. God, in this scripture is talking to the children of Israel who were in the Babylonian exile, in captivity. These are God's people. God had declared that they were his people before captivity. God had made a covenant with them before captivity. But their own rebellion and disobedience and the idolatry caused judgment to come upon them. And so now they are exiled. They are out of their own country and they are in the captivity in Babylon, the Babylonian captivity. And these Israelites, Israel is here for 70 years of captivity. And so for a brief moment, they were left to the consequences of their own actions. But somebody says that God's love is a great love, that even though their own activity led to the consequences of their actions, what happens is God remembers the covenant that he made with his people. And he says, even though they went another way, they served other gods, idolatry, rebellion, and disobedience, even though they weren't keeping covenant with me, I'm God, and once I speak a thing, I have to make good on what I spoke. And so they came out of covenant with me, but my covenant is the glue that holds us together. So even though they seemingly walked out of covenant with me, we were still in covenant because I never turned my back on them. And he speaks into their situation after they've been here for 70 long years, and he comes right up into their camp after being held captive away from their homes and their families, and 70 long years of grief and slavery and pain and disappointment and shame and disgrace. 70 long years, and undoubtedly many have conformed to the posture of their captivity. But even after 70 long years, he does not come in and say, now let's sit down and talk about, you do understand why you're here, don't you? No, he comes right into their situation with the commandment, telling such a people to sing.
Great job.
I want to paint a picture. We talked some about this on last week, but I want to enter into a different place. So we have people who are captive. They are prisoners. They've been seemingly banished from their home and left abandoned by their God. And now this God comes and tells these people not who he had already brought out of captivity, but these people that he'd given a word over what he was going to do. They hadn't seen it yet. And so for 70 years, this has become real to me. 70 years, it has become home to me. 70 years is what I'm used to. And you tell me what you're going to do, but before you show it to me, you give me a command to rejoice. And the command came that they began to change their posture even before they came out based on a promise. Where we have a problem oftentimes as believers is because we like to respond based on what we see. We like to respond. We get real excited when we feel that the chains have fallen. Then we'll run. We get real excited when we feel like the situation has turned. Then we'll leap and then we'll rejoice. But God's calling his people to change their posture in a place of rejoicing even before he had unlocked the chain. You're still in Babylon. You're still in captivity. But I'm going to give you Amagana, and I'm going to tell you to rejoice about it. If we would rejoice more about God's Amagana, come on, we would see things more clearly in our life. The problem with most of us is you don't get happy off what he's going to do. You don't get happy off what he And he gives them the story compared to them of that of a barren woman. He even goes on further and compares their situation to that of a widow woman. And so he says, sing, O barren one. Because I realize that where you've been for these 70 years, nothing good has come out of it. I realize that after these 70 years that you've seen no fruit. I realize that you've seen no great things, no great thing to rejoice about. It's been a long time. And he says, but I want you to sing. He says, break forth into singing and cry loud. Those of you that even, you haven't, he says, never even been in labor, never even experienced the expectation that something is happening. So it's been a dry place around you for quite some time. Some of you in here, and the reality you're saying, it's been dry around me for quite some time. No great thing has come out of my situation. It seems like that. No great thing, no great fruit. I've heard this and I've heard that, but nothing great, nothing seemingly fruitful or effective has come out of this. And I need to see something. God, now again, oftentimes where we go wrong is we come to God and we want to be the master because it's as if we're saying, I need you to do and then I will. Come on. You want to praise? Then I need you to open the door. You want me to rejoice? And I need you to change this. You want me to be happy? Then I need to. No. You're not master. He's Adonai, not you. Come on, you are the child. And he says that unless you remain as a child, come on, you're going to end up not being able to see the kingdom of heaven because I need you to be able to be in a childlike state, understanding that I'm God, and you don't stand before me wanting me to move before you move. No, come on, all the earth, we respond to him based on him just being God. It's not about what he's going to get. He says, I require your praise just because I'm God. Forget the doors you need open. Forget the ways you need made. I'm God, and I am deserving of a praise because I'm on my throne. And so check yourself and come to me right first of all, because you came to me all wrong. I'm God, I'm Lord, and I'm looking for those that approach me knowing that I'm master, even apart from my benefits. Now you get my benefits because I'm master, but those who have humbled themselves before God, they say even without the benefit of you, you're still God. You're still God without, come on, the gifts and the blessings and the fruits. It doesn't change that you are the most holy one. It does not change that there is no one greater. It does not change that you are high and lifted up. Come on, and the earth is your footstool. It does not change that you deserve glory. Come on, he deserves so much glory that the winds praise him and the trees praise him. And he says, yeah, if it just get that bad, I gotta rock. Come on, because I made him too. Come on, and so he said, I am deserving of praise anyway. So him talking to his people, giving them a command to praise God, shouldn't have been based on them coming out of anything. Because at the end of the day, I was God before you came into captivity. God while you're in captivity. And let's just all agree that I'm just God. And I see, you should see by now that obviously I'm the one that got the power because you've been here 70 years. And so we should see who's king here. And so he says, but here, I'm bringing you good news, Israel.
Oh, yeah.
Even after your bad decisions, I'm bringing you good news. Even after your error, I bring you good news. Even after your choices, I still bring you good news. And so he's excited. He wants them to get excited. And he says, so sing. Yeah. Get excited. Yeah. And then he begins to say, why? It's worth you singing right here. Because I'm about to change things for you.
Thank you.
The thing that differs us from Israel again is because this was before Jesus. But see, we can have that response, and we do have that response because just like Israel, you and I were born and walked in and experienced captivity. But he told Israel to sing because, see, I'm delivering you from captivity. And so because there's Jesus, he says, I need you to sing because though you're wrestling with that, I gave you Jesus. I need you to sing that though that thorn is in your flesh and it just seems like it won't go away, I've given you Jesus. Though the enemy has come in like a flood, you have Jesus. So sing, Israel, sing, 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 sing. Understand this, that after 70 years, it is undoubtedly so that some went into captivity. Some walked in, some were the result, if you will, of why they got there. It was their rebellion. It was their disobedience. It was their turning away. They were consciously aware of what they did, and again, they were able to walk into captivity. But undoubtedly so that after 70 years, some walked in and some undoubtedly were born in. So now you have some boys and girls that lift up their eyes in a place of captivity that they had nothing to do with. Coming down your road, had nothing to do with. I didn't sin against God. Mama did. I never had a choice in the matter. I woke up and realized I was in chains. I woke up, oh come on, and realized that I was bound. I woke up and realized that I was in a far country where I'm having trouble there on my own. I woke up one day and it was darkness all around me. I woke up one day just feeling this way. I woke up one day just desiring this thing. I woke up one day, I didn't necessarily ask for it, but it seems like somehow I was born into it. I don't remember ever having the opportunity to say, yes, I want that. I don't remember ever having the opportunity of saying, yeah, God, bind me up with that right there. Let me choose that struggle. Let me choose that wrestle. Let me choose that thorn. Let's see, I would like to struggle with that one right there. I know it's going to bring torment, suicidal thoughts, dark days, moody, depression, oppression. But yeah, I want that one. I want to have that affection right there. No, some of you, undoubtedly, you woke up one day and you realized that something was tied to you that you didn't pick out. Something was binding you that you didn't ask for. But yet you're standing here with everybody else, looking like everybody else, and all of y'all are in captivity, and you never even had a choice.
Preacher. Come on. My Lord.
Jesus.
I just woke up and this how it was. I realized that since I was a child, this or that, they say that I shouldn't, or that this isn't God's will for my life. But since I was a child, all I can remember is wanting to. They say that can't go to heaven if you do this and if you do that. But since I realized that that wasn't me, I found myself doing this and a little of that. I've tried to use my desire to undo my action, but has anybody ever experienced a place that it's not so much about my desires, that there's more activity than desire? I just don't know how to turn off activity. Come on. Has anybody ever been in a place that you say, I don't necessarily want this, but it seems like it wants me, and its desire has more power than mine does. I don't want it, but it wants me, and I can't get from under its wanting. I would like to change it. I would like to stop it. I would like to walk out, but it wants me. I was born into this, so how I get home.
My Lord.
Because when I opened up my eyes, this was home.
Come on.
It's not home to the generations before, but it has become mine. Because this is what birthed me out. See, some of those in the 70 years, there were some that birthed out the rebellion. And some were birthed into the rebellion. There's a difference. And so, what do I do when I'm not the originator of what's tied to me? What do I do? What's not my desire? I got granddaddy's desires. I got grandmama's desires. I got some old pedophiles' desires. I got somebody that did something they shouldn't have did. And now their desires have come out and I don't want it. But I was born some kind of way into it. I was brought up into it. And now it seems like it's more a part of me. I can identify more with captivity than I can see. My grandfather may have a memory of when they were at home, but all I know is captivity. There were some that never had eyes laid on what home looked like. They don't know what it was like to be in Judah, the place of praise. All I know is the dark place. And so I am more identified with this darkness than I am with this place that they're saying belongs to us. And I just need somebody to help me. And he comes in talking to all of them, those that burned out the rebellion and those born into the rebellion. And he gives them all the same command. And he says, sing, sing, you that have been in this dark place. Sing, you that have been in this place of oppression. Sing, you that have been in this place of weakness. You sing, sing, sing. Because he said, I'm coming to rescue. I'm coming to rescue. See, what the enemy doesn't want us to embrace is the rescue. He wants to keep you in a place that all you can dwell in is the cause. He wants us to be in a place that we rehearse it and gotta keep talking about it. And this is what I know. This is all this all we had. This all we could do. This is that. Blah blah blah. And this happened and that happened and my this and my that and this uncle and this. The cause. But see, if you're ever going to be delivered from the effect, you gotta allow God to detach you from the cause. See, we all have a good story as to how I got to this place and why I have excused myself in this place. Some of them again didn't know anything but captivity, so it was easy for them to have an impoverished mind and to think small. But as you go on in the verse, not only does he tell them to sing, now he's talking to them about stretching out and thinking big. How am I supposed to do that when I've never been able to have a mind of my own? I was in captivity, and now I'm just supposed to know how to dream. I've never been able to do what I wanted to do. I've never been able to go where I want to go. But nowhere in that does God give any strength to the cause and the reasoning as to why they shouldn't be able to. Because whenever you have a word, the capability is already in the word. And if you would just obey the word, I'll teach you how to sing even if you never heard a song. I'll teach you how to dream even if you never had one. But you gotta be willing to go after the instruction and detach from the cause. Many of us cannot move forward because you still want to dance with the cause.
Come on.
Many of us want to move forward because you still want to just make a good excuse that this why. But you got a word. God is saying, I'm trying to bring you up higher. I'm trying to take you to a new place. Well, we never did. In my family, I'm trying to take you to a new place. You want to keep dancing, come on, with darkness? You want to keep dancing in the wilderness? Or do you want to step out and say, I can't do nothing about who didn't get to experience good. Thanks be to God that your mercy has brought me out of darkness into a marvelous light. And so I walk with you. And you say sing, then I'm going to open up my mouth and I'm going to sing, because any place is better than this place. And you want me to dance, then I'm going to dance with you all night, because any place is better than this place. Has anybody ever been somewhere where your mind says there got to be something more than this? Has anybody ever been in a place that your spirit said, I know this is what I'm familiar with, but there's something in my soul that's saying that there's something that God wants to introduce me to? Has anybody ever been to a place that you say, I ain't experienced it yet, but my spirit bears witness that it's out there? Has anybody ever been to a place where you couldn't sleep at night because you're saying, what's in my spirit is bigger than what's in my life, and I gotta have a breakout so I can see with my natural eye, with my spiritual eyes won't let me let go. Has anybody ever seen a life that your spiritual eyes won't let you let go of? It seems far from my natural, but my spiritual eyes won't let me let go. It doesn't look anything like anything I've ever seen, but it won't let me let go. Haven't touched it yet, but there's something that won't let me let go. I don't even know how I would get there. I don't know anything. I just, because what I know is what I know. But there's something in my spiritual eyes that it won't let me let go, that it's there and it's calling me. I hear it calling my name while I'm in what's familiar, the unfamiliar yet still calling me. While I'm in what seems natural, come on, what God is saying still calling me. And now when I am subjugated by what I'm experiencing, subjugated by what's familiar, and I'm subjugated by what people that know me, that met me in this place, that they want to keep me here because all they know. And so they wonder why I'm singing, because as long as they've known me, come on, I've been sad. They wonder why I'm expecting freedom, because they met me while I was bound. And so now they keep wanting to call me by this name, and they keep wanting to keep me in this place. And because I don't want to seem weird, I keep answering to it, and I keep responding to it, and I keep letting them keep me in a place that they're familiar with. But God is saying, sing, because you're coming out. And I don't know whether to sing or to stay. Sing or to stay. Because all I know is that there's something else. But everything has a voice. Captivity got a voice. God is saying it got a voice. And my natural being, because I was born into this captivity, is more used to responding to this place. And so now, sometime longer than I should, I wrestle with what God has said, what God is doing, because everything that's tied to me came from this place. My friends in this place. Now I've learned how to make a soft bed in a hard place. So it's harder to readjust here to go to that place, because no matter how much this seems beneath me, I've conformed. And when you have conformed, it doesn't matter how dysfunctional it is. Conforming means that now I've made it fit for me. So it doesn't matter. See, to you it could seem strange, and to you it seems stupid, and to you you're saying, how could she? But when I conform, now it's just my right fit. And when it looks like something you never will, maybe you wouldn't. But that's what conforming does. It causes it to be comfortable and be fitting for me. So now for freedom. You can't be an error as a believer and stay there and get comfortable. Once you realize it's error, I don't care how real it is, you got to detach. Once you realize you're an error, it's one thing when you're going your way and you don't know. But once you realize what God is trying to say about you and your situation, don't give excuse to it. Don't talk about how you got there too long. Don't start pity-patting the devil. Don't start pity-patting what offense or violation has caused you to struggle with your identity. Realize it's been a struggle, but I declare that I shall have the mind of Christ. Let this mind be in me that is also in Christ. I never necessarily thought like he thought, but I'm up for it. I never know how to desire like he desires, but I'm here for it because I believe what he says and he wants for me. I want it for me. And so I began to sing. Why are we singing? Because when you sing, it lets God know I heard your word and I agree with it. When you sing, it's not just because I want you to do some ritual. Singing in a place of captivity is a sign of God. I caught it. I get what you're saying. You're letting me know that this place is not my destination. I came through here, but I'm coming out of this. So yes, I will sing. Sing. Some of us, we have gotten so used to dysfunction. You want to keep talking about it. It's like a season for you to keep talking about all the dysfunctional stuff. Break up with that song. It's old and it's tired at this point. You got to break up with it. You got to get a new song. And you got to sing the song of the Lord. Stop confessing, I'm this and I'm that, and I got this and my that. If you got any struggle, any sickness and disease, don't you ever again put the word "my" in front of it. You know, my depression, I don't own it. It don't belong to me. My sickness, it don't, you know, my flare-ups. Every time you say mine, you say we together in this. Absolutely not. You ain't mine. Come on, you came from the devil and you don't belong to me. And if I gotta wrestle, then I'll wrestle. But I ain't gonna let go until he bless me. It don't belong to me. You gotta stop claiming things that don't belong to you. This is why I agree with some forms of awareness, but some of that awareness keeps you tied to it. No, yes, I can be a survivor, but I'm gonna be a survivor. Don't keep trying to make me identify with it because I'm free from it. Don't sit me down and ain't nothing making me tell you every time I sit down I am an addict and I've been struggling for 13 years. Absolutely not. I am not an addict. I don't care what I just smoked. I'm free. God says I'm free. Let the rich say I'm strong. Let the poor say I'm rich. I agree with what he says over my life. I am.
Let's go.
Absolutely not. I don't care. Had some growing up, when my children growing up, had to disconnect them from certain things. Because of certain, we know kids. And these you are. Absolutely not. You're not tying yourself to nothing crazy. Nothing. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it says. No, we're not getting labels.
Hallelujah.
She gonna just be a little, he gonna be absolutely not. I don't care how much they look like what this, that, absolutely not. And don't say it around me. We don't confess things that don't belong to us.
Come on, preacher.
We don't confess things that don't make our life healthy and full. We don't confess things that's in the long run got you struggling with who you are, where you are, what you are. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Come on, we declare what the word of the Lord says over our life, and I don't care what activity is going on. If he tell me to sing because I'm free, I'm going to sing because I'm free, because again, they were still in Babylon.
Yes.
When he says sing right here. Because what's coming See, too many of us, we want to get the mic because it can. But if you want to really sing God into your situation, I dare you to sing because it's on the way. I dare you to learn to dance because it's on the way. I dare you to learn to shout because it's on the way. Miss me with waiting until they get in your driveway. You got nothing. But those that can give God a great big shout of praise because I see it from afar off, really don't care at this point how long it's going to be. I'm just glad to know it's coming one day. Come on, and if I got to praise my way until my one day, then I know every day I'm a day closer. Come on, so it's all good with me. Get through the day, check. Get through tomorrow, check. I'm one day closer. Every day to my it's coming. And if you cannot praise God based on what's coming, then your praise can't praise at all. Because real praise says I'm doing it right here and right now. Because I told you now, thanksgiving is for what he's done, but praise is for who he is. And you who you are, whether I get it or not. So I will bless the name of the Lord at all times, and his praises shall continually be in my mouth, because your goodness don't change on my situation. Because you're good, you're good, you're good. So we're closing. He says, he speaks to them as a wife that's been widowed. And we know that in those days, a widow woman was a bad place to be, because the man was truly the leader, the breadwinner, the worker, the provider. So when a woman lost her husband, she literally almost lost status. But he says, you who are as a widow woman who had no status, no comforter, no provider, he said, I've stepped in and I'm your husband. I'm your supply. What he was bringing in would be good, but now you have God as your supply. Now, Israel, you have God as your waymaker. You have God. He says, and so now you'll never be without again. Not only is he promising to release them from this captivity and exile, but through this, he tells them, I'm going to cause you to forget. We know in our natural mind, some of our most devastating times, it's kind of hard to forget. But no, he's saying that what you experienced as a result of being there. Some of you, life, you have experienced more heartache based on the result of being there than being there. Come on, I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. Some of you, the effects of the fact that you were there lasted longer than how long you were actually there. Some of y'all, it only lasted a few minutes, but the effects, come on, it's been 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years. Some of you, he says, I'm detaching you, not just from what you experienced, but the effects of what you experienced. Because these are people that were said to belong to God. So how did it look, y'all, in captivity? You're supposed to be God's. He's supposed to have covenant with you. And look at you struggling. Look at you. You ain't even got a home of your own. Look at what they said about you. Yeah, they caught you. They screenshotted your text. You supposed to be with God. Look at her. Look at them. Look at what they did. Yeah, they sent that picture. Now you can't recover because you were supposed to be. He says there are some things that transpired because of the chains that were upon you. And so now there's shame. Now there's disgrace. Now there's rumors. Now people are laughing. Where is machine, telling her where she can go and how fast she can get there. And God ain't through with me yet. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but everybody got their limits. And you can, when you get through, and then you get home and say, my God, what just came over me? How stupid that I have been. She ain't worth it. Why? And all the while, you get on Facebook and they got the whole cut up. You can't deny it. Girl, we saw you. And the first thing they gonna say is, you supposed to be saved. You supposed to look at you. Have you noticed that the enemy is always trying to come for the believer's character? Do whatever you want to. I don't care how much you want to do of it. In the world, I'm talking about turn up. Let them find out you're in church.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
You in here, preacher.
The enemy's always trying to come and shame the believer. You wonder why he's always seems like he's applying pressure. The Bible says it's not because of you, it's because of me.
Yes, sir.
The enemy, he hates me. And so when he gets to you, whom is my beloved, he's really not, he wasn't coming for you. But see, like I testified in class this morning, my babies are close to my heart. And he says that this is those that you said you so loved that you gave the whole world. Look at him, he don't care nothing about you. Look at her, she don't care nothing, you so love her, huh? And that's what the enemy's doing. And he's always trying to make a mockery against God. Trust me, you ain't that special. He ain't studying us, y'all. Let me just give you a memo. The devil really ain't studying you. He don't really care. You are no match. It wins him that you fall. But it's God that he gets to say man and man. Because he understands that Calvary brought him to an open shame. And so he's always trying to retaliate against Calvary. It's just like that little enemy in school. You know you beat her up and she want to keep trying to fight so she can get one in. And you got to beat her up again. And then she want to come back. It's just like that one that just said, I want one good fight so I can just get you back. That's what the devil is doing. He said, if I can just get him back. Because see, what he did on Calvary, oh, he crushed me. What he did on Calvary, he destroyed me. And I just want to get back in there. If I could just get one more. And so he comes from all of us. But it ain't about you. He says, I just want one more good fight. But the Bible says that after that fight, Jesus leaned over and said, hey, bruh, it's finished. You can't come back to this one. I won. And it ain't no rematch. I am the heavyweight champion of the world. And because of me, she gonna win and she gonna keep on winning. He gonna win and he gonna keep on winning. Ain't no take backs. You are a winner. You better promise. You better promise. You gotta promise. And you gotta realize that you gotta promise. So what? Who are you? Pray. What do you mean you're not gonna bow low? This is why I sing. Because you've already gone low. It's finished, I sing. Because no matter how high you look, you're low. No matter how big you look, you're small. No matter how you look like you can defeat me, you're the defeated foe. I sing because it's finished. I sing. Come out, come out, come out. So he says, now Israel, you can sing. I'm not telling you to sing because of what happened or where you are. I'm telling you to sing because of the promise. Sure, Psalm says it. God spoke to us and told us to sing. Why would we sing right here? Why would we look around us? Why would we sing right here? We're still in Babylon. We're still in captivity. What reason would we have to sing right here? He says, because of where you're going.
Thank you, Lord.
Because of what I'm doing.
Hallelujah.
Because of how I'm moving.
Yes.
Oh, you can't see it right now, Israel, but you're mine.
Thank you.
And I'm yours.
Thank you, Lord.
Sing. But we ain't got there yet. Well, I think we just need to start singing once we get there. Because what if it ain't gonna happen this time? My sheep know my voice. I'm sure Israel, they girded up. They said, we know the voice of the Lord.
Come on.
We've heard many voices in these 70 years, but that voice. Come on, you gotta know how to identify when you say, it's that voice. I heard a lot of preachers say this and rhetoric and but you just know when it's that time when the word comes and you say, that's my word. Have you ever been in a place that you say, that was a good word? Oh, but that's my word. Yeah. Some of you are here this morning and you say, I've heard some good words. This one, it's my word. Because see, I've been in captivity. I believe that this was not just a word, but that this was my word. If you believe that it's your word, he says, then sing. It's the posture of rejoicing. So you have to understand that God's instructions will always require faith. God will never have you to do anything without requiring your faith. You will always feel insufficient or incapable of doing what God is asking of you. Because we approach God by faith. It feels real good when we're able to approach feeling like, oh, I got this. No, but when God is really exposing himself in your life, he's calling you to a place that you say, I cannot do this. It's even going, God, I hear you telling me to sing, but it's going to take you to strengthen this weakened voice. It's a long time. I have used it to sing in 70 years. So I can't even sing without you. But I'm willing. I can't even reach without you, but if you tell me to reach out, if you strengthen this arm that has been weighed down and even cut off, I'll reach. I can't. He'll never ask you or require anything that does not require faith. Faith is the bridgeway to bring you from where you are to where he is. He said, I'm trying to get you from there to over here because that's over. I realize you were born into this place, but because of Christ, you can shout freedom. Because of Jesus. You don't have to die accepting that. Because of Jesus, you don't have to make your bed permanently in a place that was only temporary. I'm exposing you and I want to bring you into greater and I want to bring you into more. But I'm asking you to sing right here because here is the thing. When we're looking for freedom and deliverance, the best way to obtain deliverance and freedom that will be sustained is to get it here first. If you wait to try to, I'm free because I feel it. I'm free because, yeah, things change. I ain't dealing with it no more. Yeah, things better. No. Sustained deliverance and freedom will be the deliverance and freedom that you obtain in your mind first. And he says, Israel, I want you to start singing in captivity because I want to show you how you can be free. Even in this place. So when you get into freedom, what was in you will be out of you. Come on. Tanya, you blessed me with that. You and I've taken it since that day. See, there comes a time that we've been in a place so long and it has gotten in us. So captivity, they had been there for 70 years, so captivity undoubtedly had gotten in them. They had conformed to actions and ways and characteristics of a person in bondage. set you free. Jesus has set you free, but you're still living like you're in a cage. You're still living like you're not free. You're still talking like you're bound. You're still moving and doing as if there's no freedom at all. And that's why your life is up 1 minute, down 1 minute, up 1 minute, down 1 minute, because what was around you has got in you. But he says, my people, I want you to sing so that what's you've been in can get out of you. So when you come into that land, this land won't have any attachments. When you come into that land, this place won't have any ties. When you get to that place, you won't feel the need to go back to this place. I want you to break up and sever the tie with captivity. So while you're still in Babylon, I need you to lift up your voice and get a song in the wilderness. Get a song in the dry place. I'm praying here. I see it in here. And just sooner or later, all of this will recognize. Come on, my feet ain't got the news yet, but I'm going to keep saying it. My hands ain't got the news yet, but I'm going to keep saying it until everything about me lines up with what he said about me. Come out head first. Look at your neighbor and say, if you're coming out, you got to come out head first. If you're coming out, it got to be in your thoughts. If you're coming out, it got to be in your mind. God, help me to see right here. Confidence. Standing, we're standing. We're standing. We're standing. He says, while you're singing, I want you to sing with expectation. It seems like you're bearing now. He says, your children, your spiritual children, what's going to come from you. He says, it's going to be more than as of a woman that's had many children. But notice, this is why it's here. Because he says, before you see them, I need you to make room for them. They didn't see the fruit before he said, stretch out. Make room for what's coming. He says, drive your pegs deep in the ground. Prepare for there. Come on, get it. Some of you can see it. But have you begun to prepare for there? Some of you so worried about if you get there. But those that know I'm going, I start preparing for there. How many times when we were little, or some of you, I don't know if you have children or whatever, but you know that vacation you went to go on, kids was going on, all they got to do is keep asking, well, are we going? I don't know, you got a bag packed. You don't even know where your stuff is. You know, just that whole thing. You don't know, where your shorts, you don't even know. But it's still ready to go. But when you mature, you realize we're going. And the way we know and prove that we're going is because we prepare. You never start a trip planning for the trip. You start out on a journey that you prepared for. So he says that you're going to have much fruit. But faith says, I'm going to stretch out. And he gives them an instruction. This wasn't them doing it on their own. When God tells you to think big, see, I